contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Peyton in at the point guard.
Vucevic is really a very capable mid-range jump shooter, but his post repertoire is still a work in progress, very much so. With his size and touch, you'd really like to see him develop that back-to-the-basket game.
Oladipo hits them both. You guys were talking about Vucevic developing inside. Steve, there's also some work to do defensively.
Yeah, still a bit foul prone. He's got to follow the Roy Hibbert school of defense, remaining vertical, walling off the rim, and avoiding those fouls.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. LeBron James, number 1.
Well, slasher, scorer, call him whatever you want, but the bottom line is he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds when he gets going.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's the number one guy you have to account for when you take them on. I mean, he's the primary guy in the scouting report. Even if you can't stop him, you've got to try to make him work for his opportunities.
Oh, my goodness!
High wire flying out there.
That'll drop your jaw.
Now they've gotten something out of just about every possession, and their defense has been just as good. Masterful performance across the board.
And don't forget, on the road, too.
Oladipo. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children, but his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Over the last month, let's see how the Magic performed in the NBA statistics. 8th in steals, 9th in shooting percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Channing Frye. The drive by James. And that one is stuffed right through. And Orlando has possession. Trailing by 13. Smith again. Stole deep. And stolen by James. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got 7.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Thompson, left side. Tries from 10. That one rolling around and rims out. The Magic trailed by 15. Here's Payton. Up and in on the layup. Payton's got his first 2 points. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
There's the feed to O'Quinn. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. O'Quinn's got 6.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Kicks it out to LeBron. And then jammed down as he goes right over to Nikola Vucevic. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Vucevic. Fournier comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Green in for Victor Oladipo. And about Orlando and their stars, is it better, Clark, to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star that's wearing a Magic uniform right now.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James checked in for Marion. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. Payton drives in. And the shot is good. Payton's got 6 here in this quarter. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Irving. Out to Smith. For the 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 15. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. The Cavaliers leading by 15. So on the floor for Cleveland. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Smith is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. Goes up with a stripe. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup. Vucevic has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Magic. Outside Irving. Into Smith. Takes it from 10. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Oladipo. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 7 points for Victor Oladipo.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
LeBron is doubled. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Harris setting the pick for Oladipo. Out to Harris. And it's Orlando with another.
Start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers. Irving, good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Oladipo against Smith. 5 on the clock. Here's Payton. Here's Harris. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And the Magic making a change here. Price checked in. And Cleveland with a change here too. Love's checked in. Payton again. Irving. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the all-star weekend, no D.
Orlando making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Jacques Vaughn said to the team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And stolen by Harris. Ahead. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
The 3 from LeBron. Offensive rebound. Smith against Green. Smith drives in. There's a screen. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nikola Vucevic possessing prototype size for the center position. 7 foot tall, has about a 9.5 foot standing reach. Even without great leaping ability, he can play over the top of a lot of opponents.
And you mentioned Vucevic, not a top athlete. The Magic working to develop his lateral quickness, Clark, and explosiveness.
Yeah, he still struggles to defend guys in the pick and roll situations, Kevin. He's not that fast of foot. That's where the Magic are trying to help him grow. But he's a double-double guy because of his rebounding ability, and he's got a nice touch for a big guy.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
So it looks like playing the last bit of this game out is what should be a nice win here for Cleveland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
You know, this is the 3rd consecutive matchup for them against these guys in the season series. It just seems to be a really good matchup for them.
Yeah, it does. And there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I think the sweep will be in order.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for James. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic, and he trims the lead to single digits.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul.